SNL had a habit of nurturing future comedic stars and sending them out into the world to make their own fortune. Every once in a while, there was a successful skit that got developed into a movie, but most of the time, SNL just identified talent and let them be themselves on their platform. Adam Sandler was just that comedian, and after his success with Billy Madison, it was time for another comedy. This was this comedy. But is it any good? Let's find out. I'm Meffistoe. Like, share, and subscribe because this is my review of the movie Happy Gilmore.
Oops. All right, maybe we should get back inside.
Happy Gilmore is a sports-based comedy directed by Dennis Dugan and written by Tim Hilary and Adam Sandler. Sandler and Hilary were roommates in college and wrote stand-up together before moving to screenplays. After Sandler left SNL, both wrote Billy Madison together. That movie was so successful for the duo, so they got to work on this movie straight away. And fun fact, Judd Apatow helped polish the script but was left uncredited. The ideas for the premise also came from various places. The hockey player who drives 400 yards was a golfing friend of Sandler. The Chubbs Peterson character developed after actor Carl Weathers signed on to play the character, and they were inspired by what happened to him on Predator. But also, Adam Sandler did state in many interviews that this comedy was very much inspired by Caddyshack from the 1980s, which evidently also stars SNL alumni Chevy Chase and Bill Murray.
The price is wrong, bitch.
The story of the movie revolves around Happy Gilmore, a failed hockey player who finds out that his grandmother is evicted from her home due to her not paying the tax bills. Happy cannot afford to help her out, so she ends up in a home that treats her badly.
You hate me, don't you? No, I don't hate you.
Frustrated, he ends up discovering that he has a talent of striking a golf ball to large distances. So he enters a golf tournament to earn enough money to buy his grandma's home off the bank. Happy's golf tour antics don't go unnoticed. Not by the management, not by their star player, and not by a former golf pro who genuinely wants to teach Happy the subtlety of actually playing golf.
Can't putt angry. You have to clear your mind of everything else and stay focused.
Happy Gilmore is an absurd comedy that uses the principle of a wrong place in the wrong time and turns it on his head. Happy, that only wants to play hockey but sucks at it, discovers that he is really good at golf, a game he thinks are only for rich people and other kinds of people.
Golf requires goofy pants and a fat ass. You should talk to my neighbor, the accountant, probably a great golfer, huge ass.
But this is the basis of the entire comedy of the film. Every other character builds and moves on that idea alone. Whether it's Shooter McGavin, played by Christopher McDonald, who wants nothing but his own legacy immortalized and sees Gilmore as a threat to him.
This man is destroying golf. How am I supposed to chip with that going on, Doug? You've got to kick him off the tour.
Chubbs Peterson, played by the fantastic Carl Weathers, who sees a huge potential in Gilmore and the life of a golfer that he could never had because of his injuries.
Would kill to be able to hit the long ball like you. You got an advantage over any man that walks out onto the tee. All we need to do is develop the rest of your game.
And even Virginia Vennet, played by Julie Brown, who wants Happy to succeed in order to help his grandma.
Oh, I can, no regrets.
What do you think Grandma wants more? To get her house back or to see her grandson succeed?
Adam Sandler, much like most of his 90s comedies, generally plays the same character, an overgrown, bumbling idiot that is full of piss and vinegar, an absolute rageaholic. But Happy Gilmore is far beyond the normal rageaholic, which makes it a focal point in this entire movie. Sandler's character was written to Sandler's strengths, especially at the time. He was young, he was brash, and he loved being that goofball. And in many ways, it's as if he was trying to match his friend Chris Farley, but in his own unique way. Sandler was heavily criticized for his acting back then, and trust me, there are some real stinkers in his career that I did not like at all. But because the character of Happy Gilmore demanded it, we got a distilled version of Sandler's chaos and anger. If only we could see the same thing in anger management, but that's a review for a later day.
Oh, bitch ball, why didn't you just go home? That's your home!
Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
Overall, Happy Gilmore is a fun, sports-based comedy movie that combines both pun humor, physical humor, and full-on slapstick. But the movie itself is full of charm, laughter, and joy, including a fun trip into your happy place, which was straight out of a David Lynch movie, so kudos on that. Some of the other scenes that were there just to swerve you and create physical comedy that came out of nowhere.
Yeah. Oh! Don't worry about that.
Including a fun Peter Pan reference that I absolutely adored. So I will happily recommend this movie to watch, even watch it with your kids, just as long as they pass the 12 to 13 age, because there are some swearing involved. Because at the end of the day, it is just a fun popcorn comedy that actually tries to teach you a lesson at the end, like those old family sitcoms, just in a much more crude way, with a little bit more rage involved.
I'd like to see you try. Let's do it. I'm in on a golf course.
I thank you for watching, and remember, hope is a good thing, maybe even the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. I'll see you on the next video.